think I was smart enough. I didn't think I was rich enough. I didn't think I was good enough. I mean, I had all that dehumanization stuff I talked about in my presentation inside of me. So I didn't think I could go to college. I was not going to go to college. And as I started to come up with these excuses as to why, he talked about grants. He talked about tutorial programs, counseling services. He talked about all the stuff that is here on this campus, right? And so I didn't really have a good argument or excuse, right? They were more afraid of me. I'm not lying, because I would walk down the center. My campus was 27,000 students, right? A lot of. I would walk down center campus, and everybody would walk around, away from me. The ladies would hold on tighter to the person who did that. And it felt good. One day, as I was walking down campus with my baggy clothes, we used to wear the wraparound, not the, that sagging stuff. There's a whole bunch of history to that, man. But that's not my time, right? We used to wrap around, the long shirts with the pleats and all. And as I'm walking down center campus, right, headed to a class, I get stopped by the guys. They claimed that someone fitting my description wanted to shoot a professor. They didn't get a name in the class. So they wanted to go through my stuff, right? Now I gotta be honest, I knew. But at the same time, in the back of my head, I was thinking, shoot a professor? Get an A? That sounds good to me, right? You see, I was blowing away with my professors. I was blowing away with my pencil, man. You know? And so I knew what was up. And it was on that day that I come to realize that there are codes and rules to this society. I don't like all of them. I think they favor certain people. Those codes, I got to play the game. Because if I don't learn to play the game, I'm going to get played by the game. That's when it clicked. That's when I come to realize to put on the shirt and tie. That's when it all came together, and I said, man, I got to show them. Now, just because it clicked doesn't mean I'm not chocolate. Just because it clicked doesn't mean that I don't come from the barrio. You can take the homeboy out of the barrio, you can't take them out of the homeboy, right? It's my culture. And I keep it with me. I do. I keep it with me everywhere I go. Chocolate is what got me here, not Richardson Bank. So that's when it clicked. So I was in my second semester, my freshman year, that it clicked. That education was the way. I gotta learn these rules. I gotta figure it out. So that way, when other homeboys are walking through, they don't get put down on the ground like I did. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to do as much as I want to. Yes?
What about all the people you were with?
My homeboys? I took them with me.
So they studied with you?
No, they hung out with me, though. I took them with me. My homeboys, we would go to campus, man. I'd go, come on, let's go. Catch a ride. You see, some of the things of the streets, some of the ways of the streets have changed. Back in the day, coming up, if your homeboy was down for you, they were going to be down for you. They weren't going to see you as some kind of sellout or bandido or traitor because you're going to do better. You know, the only thing that they were concerned about was that I wouldn't forget where I come from. That's all they were concerned about. That I wouldn't go start bad-mouthing my homeboys. And I wouldn't. To this day, I won't. So they went with me. They went with me. So we went to college, and I would go to class, and they would hang out on campus. Today it's changed, though. And it's unfortunate that it's changed, because now they talk about if you want to get out of a gang, you got to get killed, you got to kill somebody, you got to do time. I don't know where that came from. I don't. All I know is that it's devastating that our friends are telling our friends to hurt yourselves, to hurt each other. It's devastating. So, they came with me. That's what my mom was. That's when I figured out where I could not do the lives anymore. I had to make a choice. And I chose the drugs. And fortunately, I was able to get help through a program called Narcotics Anonymous. That helped me to change that choice and empowered me to live life. And now it is. And I still think about drugs. Every day. Next question. Yes?
What's a word of
see them, like, what do you think of when you see, like, you know, those little homeboys hanging around trying to act hard?
What do I tell the little homeboys? You know, honestly, I try not to give when I'm not asked to give. You know, what I try to do is acknowledge. Say, hey, what you doing? How you doing? ¿Cómo está? You know, and show them the kind of respect that I would want when I was their age. Because, you know, sometimes they're being pounded with a lot of advice about how they're supposed to act and how they're supposed to be. They get tired of that stuff. You know, so I would rather just say hello, you know, and embrace them in a way that lets them know that, you know what, we're here for you when you're ready. You know, we're here for you when you're ready. But that's not the thing that I usually get confronted with. The number one thing I get confronted is, I have a friend, what do I do? You know, I have a girlfriend, what do I do? I have a boyfriend, what do I do? I have a primo, what do I do? I have a cousin, what do I do? You know, how do I get them off? How do I get them away? How do I get them? And that's the number one thing I do. And what I always tell them is, and this is what I'm telling you also, okay? Be the example that you want to see in the world. Who said that? That's powerful, huh? He's good. He's good. Although if I was him, I'd be back in the gun, but he's good. Be the change you want to see, and be the example. You know. So that's what I always tell the youngsters. You know what? Be the example, so that way when they say I can't, you can say that's not true. You know why? I'm doing it. If I'm doing it,